Welcome to using Explora to find resources for religion. Let's begin on the home screen of Explora with an overview of the browsing options that are available. At the top of your screen, you'll see the search box where you can enter keywords. Below that, you will see a featured image with featured topics and popular topics that you can then discover. These are rotated on a regular basis. And lastly, we have the Explore Topics by Category section. In this demonstration, we're going to use the example of Norse mythology. One way you can find articles on Norse mythology is by going into the Literature and Language Arts topic. So let's go ahead and click on that. From the Literature and Language Arts category, you can see a range of different topics listed alphabetically. You can view these in the default tile view, or you can view these all in a list view. You'll see under the letter N, there is a section on mythology and folklore, which we will now select. From here, you can see there's a designation for Norse mythology. Let's go ahead and click on that. When we click on a subtopic, such as Norse mythology, we see a topic page. From the topic page, you can access other available subtopic categories. So you can see these are subtopics that fit under Norse mythology. For example, if we're looking at Loki in particular, or Thor, or Valkyries, and so forth, we could click into one of those options to discover search results relevant to those subtopics. Below that, we can see related topic overviews. So different deities within Norse mythology are shown here. We can click show more to see the full range of topic overviews that would be relevant. And lastly, we can see a selection of search results on that selected topic, as well as the option to view all results. I'm going to go ahead and click on one of these related topic overviews. I'm going to click on the topic overview on HOD. Let's click read more to access that in its full text. The topic overview provides you with the background information required to start your research. As we go through, we can see some really valuable information separated into different paragraphs and different headings. Depending on the topic overview, you may also see additional links within the full text that will take you to other related topic overview records. For example, you can see in this topic overview that Hod is a son of Odin. We can click on Odin, which is hyperlinked, to take us to the topic overview of him. We can then look through this to get a good understanding of Odin. Let's hit the back button to return to our previous topic overview of HOD. I also want to point out that at the very end of a topic overview, you do see a bibliography which contains additional recommended readings. Let's go back. I want to now show you how you could create your own searches. So if I click on the Explorer logo, that will take me back to the home screen. As I mentioned earlier, there is a search box at the very top, which we can utilize. This is also accessible in the left-hand menu under Research Tools, under General Search. Let's click on General Search, and that will just show us the search box in the center of our screen. We just need to indicate what we're looking for. This is where we can add in some keywords that will become our search terms. So let's start with a simple search. I'm going to search Norse mythology. You can see that as I'm searching my terms, there is the autocomplete feature that pops up for us. The benefit of this autocomplete feature is that it does anticipate your search terms. So even if you misspell a word, relevant search terms do appear in this drop-down menu. You can select from this list, or you can finish entering your keywords and click the magnifying glass to generate your list of results. You can see just underneath the search bar the number of results that match back to your search terms. And then to the right of that, there is a drop down that indicates that the default sorting of the search results is by relevance. However, you can also sort results by date newest or by date oldest. Below the search box, you have your filters available to you. You can either select from the displayed filters, or you can click the All Filters button to select from all available filters. For example, we could select peer-reviewed to limit our results to those that come from peer-reviewed academic journals. If at some point we want to unselect that, we just click on that button again. We may also want to refine our results using a date range. By default, it shows us results from all time, but we could narrow this down to the past 12 months, the past 5 years, or the past 10 years. Let's go ahead and narrow to the past 5 years. This will now update our results to those that have been published in the last 5 years. We also have here a source type limiter. You can see the different types of sources we can limit by, including books, news, magazines, and so on. So for example, if we wanted to narrow it down by a book, we'd select book and apply. If we want to access all our filters, as mentioned, there is the All Filters button. When I click on that button, I will then see the filters panel displayed on the right side of the screen. An additional limiter that we can use from here is the database limiter. So we can limit to a particular database if we want to. If we want to see the full limiters, what we could do is just clear all active filters and apply, and then return back to our filters to see the full range of facets available. We can click the arrow to point downwards to view the expanded list of all filters underneath each facet. So one of those other filters available, or facets available, is the subject facet. If there's a specific subject that we want to narrow our results down to, we can do that here. So for example, maybe I'm looking at Norse mythology as explored by the author Neil Gaiman. So I could select that option and apply that filter. And if I want to see articles that are available in online full text, I select that option so that I have those access options to access the full text. So there's a few different ways we can narrow results. So in addition to Norse mythology, we can type in the word and. You can see a suggestion here. Maybe we want to look at Norse mythology and Ragnarok. So that can just help prompt us with other ways to focus our results. The and is a way for us to narrow our results by indicating we want to include both these terms in our search. However, if we use the word or, we're indicating that we would like to use either of those terms. And so when I run my search again, it will expand out. The other thing I want to point out is that there is an advanced search just underneath the search box. If I click into that, it expands out with additional options for me to explore search terms. So you can see there are additional rows I could use. So I could search Norse mythology or Ragnarok, and maybe I would add Valhalla in my second row. Then I can run my search and review the results. We can return back to the advanced search, and the other thing we can do is we can narrow down our results to a certain field. So perhaps I want to look at Valhalla within the title of an article, and perhaps I want to look at Norse mythology or Ragnarok in all text. So it will look for it in the article's record, but also the full text of the article. So that will expand out results. And once again, I can explore the different results I see. In our results view, you will see options to access the article now. As an example, let's select Access Now Online Full Text for the first result. The benefit of the online full text is that it does come with a translate tool, and this enables us to translate into a different language other than English. So as an example, let's say we want to translate to Spanish. We can easily select it from the drop down, and then our article will appear in that translated text. We can always return to the original language by clicking the button for original language. On the top right-hand corner of the full text, we also have the ability to access the text-to-speech, so we can adjust the volume, the playback speed. There is also the ability to download the MP3 of that audio to listen to offline. There is a bookmark tool that allows us to save the item to our dashboard within Explora. There is the Cite tool that enables us to copy a citation format from the style dropdown onto a clipboard and then add that citation to a reference list in our assignments. Next to the Copy Citation tab is the Export Citation tab. This allows us to download the citation to a format compatible with EasyBib, EndNote, and other bibliographic management software. Within the Tools menu, we also have the Add to Project feature, where we can add the article to a project within our Explora dashboard. When you click on the Add to Project tool, you may be prompted to sign in to your MyEBSCO account to create a project. If you see this prompt, click Sign In to continue. You will be taken to the Personal User Sign In page. If you don't yet have an account, click Sign Up. Fill in the fields on the Create Your Account screen. Once you have completed the fields, you can click the button Create Account. Once your account is created, you can return back to the Sign In screen and provide your login credentials. You should note the username and password you created so you can log in at a future session. Let's now click Sign In. You will now see the options available to add to project. We can choose a project in our drop-down if we've already created one previously, or we can click New Project to add one now. So let's go ahead and click and add in the name Norse Mythology for our project. We can give it an optional due date, and we can also provide a description, and then we can create that. And from there, our project has been created and our article has been added to that project. Next to the project option is the share option, where we can share the article to Google Drive, Google Classroom, OneDrive, or we can generate the link so that when we click that link, we go directly back to the article. From there, we also have the email option where we can actually email the article to an email address or multiple email addresses separated with a semicolon. And lastly, there is the print option where we can print out the article or we can save as PDF. Let's go back again. Let's now focus on the My Dashboard, which is a feature that can be accessed from the left-hand column of the Explora platform. From the My Dashboard menu, you can access your projects, your saved items, your recent searches, and items you've recently viewed. That does take us to the end of the demonstration. You're now ready to get started with searching for religion topics within Explora.